So I'm sure you all heard of those really, really crappy videos like this one, and decide to do a video on one of these. So let's get right into it.
But in my defense, I was only 14 when it happened. Okay, my mom died when I was little, so it was just me and my dad. You'd think that would make us really close, kind of us against the world.
No, I mean probably make you pretty close if you had a pretty close relationship before, but you didn't need to add the part where you were against the world. Whatever.
But I don't think he ever really wanted to be a parent. He always had something more important to do than spending time with me. Of course,
Well, of course he has something more important to do, because he has a kid. And when you're a single parent, you have to, invest a lot of money into, having that kid. Like, they like video games. That's why he's working his ass off. Not because he doesn't like you, but because you're here.
I tried everything to get my dad's attention. One time I got into so much trouble that the police brought me home. I hoped my dad would get angry or show some sign of him being worried about me, but instead, he was just annoyed and told me I was an embarrassment. He also said I should.
You thought he's gonna become angry. He is angry. This shows that this little scene here legit shows that he's angry. And you said, oh, I thought he was gonna be angry, but no, he's just annoyed. He's yelling at you, and you just spray paint the wall. What do you expect? He's whatever.
Sort myself out because I'd be an adult soon and would have to look after myself.
Yeah, he's right. He's totally right. So you decided to pretend you were dead because of that? Why? Why? Well, at least that's where I think the story's going. I haven't watched the rest of the video. Oh, this is a shorter one. It's only 3 minutes.
I was so mad at him, but I tried one last thing to get his attention. I packed a bag with all the things I need to live on my own for a few days. Then I waited for a big storm, and when it hit, I went down to the beach with our canoe. Then I put a few empty pain pill bottles into the canoe and shoved it into the water. I let the canoe drift away to make it look like I'd fallen overboard. Then I checked into a cheap motel using a fake ID. I don't really know what I was expecting to happen next. I wasn't even sure if my dad would notice I'd gone. 2 days later, I put on a hoodie and sunglasses and went to buy some food. When I saw the local newspaper, I couldn't believe it. The headline said, 14-year-old missing in the ocean. Apparently, hundreds of people were searching for me. They'd even sent out the search and rescue helicopters. In that moment, I felt so ashamed. I never thought so many people would go looking for me. I just wanted my dad to show he cared. I didn't know what to do, so in the end, I just went to the police and told them what I'd done. They took me home to my dad, but he wasn't happy to see me. All he could do was go on about how much trouble I'd caused him. I was very disappointed, and the next
Oh my god. Well, obviously, he'd be very worried. I mean, probably be annoyed too. Look, let's say you were a parent and you had a kid and he went missing in the ocean with painkillers, drifting away in sea with your canoe. And like, he's nowhere to be found at home. What do you expect? Him to be like happy, oh, you're like, do you expect him to be like, yo, you just scared the shit out of me. I'm so proud of you. Like, I don't know, like, this is obviously fake. I mean, I could go to Google right now and search 14-year-old girl missing in the water, and I probably won't find this kid. But still, why? Why did they decide to make crap like this? Why?
Next day, I left him for good. I never went back and never called him again. It's hard living on your own when you're 14. I had to lie about my age to get low-paid jobs, and life was tough for many years. Until I hit 18 and I joined the Navy. It was the best thing I ever did. For the first time in my life, I felt like I belonged, that I was surrounded by people who were family. I'm still close friends with most of the people who trained with me. Unfortunately, after a couple years, I broke my ankle badly and was discharged. Luckily, I discovered it wasn't too late to go to college.
Why is the poster like phasing through the wall? I'm sorry, that's just like a little nitpick, but I find it funny for no reason.
I found a cheap community college, which was all...
Look, I know the part where he's dead already passed, but why do they have to add all this extra filler at the end? I mean, I didn't want to hear that he was in the Navy, but, you know, more things to nitpick about, you know?
all I could afford, and I graduated at 25. College changed my life. I met my wife Sissy there, and we have a daughter together. Being married with a kid isn't always easy, but I tell my wife and child I love them every single day.
You know, that looks very, very, very wrong. This, hold on. You see the little kid there? And, what's it called? That guy? No, I shouldn't be making jokes like that. It's just animation.
I know how painful it is to live without feeling loved, and there's no way my daughter is going to grow up thinking her dad doesn't care. My childhood was tough, but it doesn't define me. Just because my dad didn't love me doesn't mean that I can't love my daughter and my wife. Thanks for listening to my story, and please subscribe to this channel.
All right, son. Today
I
we're
feel
gonna
so
forge
bad
a
for this
sword.
guy.
Whoa,
You know
whoa,
what?
whoa! Don't spill
I'm
it. Oops. Stay focused, son. You're gonna.
This fucking... You know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and subscribe to his channel. This is an awesome YouTube channel you should subscribe to. Make sure to subscribe to share my story. And goodbye.